Hi, my name is Chase, and welcome to the Wellness Center podcast, where we're going to talk all things red light therapy. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Please make sure to like and subscribe so you can get updated and notified on all of our newest episodes that we'll be releasing. Have a great rest of your day and enjoy the episode. Hey everyone, this is Chase. Welcome back to the Wellness Center. We are going to transition a little bit today. So typically I go and I just read scientific studies and do all that really fun stuff. But today we're doing something really, really special. Today we are bringing on probably one of the most amazing experiences I've seen here at the Wellness Center. She's an amazing person. She is incredibly resilient. The life that she's lived, the work that she did, and who she is now is truly an inspiration to me, all of the people who work here, and anyone who listens to this. So I'm really excited to be here with her today. Steffoni, thank you so much for joining me. I'm really appreciative of your time.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, my pleasure. So let's just dive right into the bread and butter.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit of your story. Like, what happened in your life that got you to the Energy Healing Conference where we met you?
Oh, well, I have I've had a very long life, and I have been exposed to quite a few incidents where I've probably had multiple concussions, falling, hitting my head, whatnot, but a lot of things mentally that I'm sure that affected me throughout my life. And I chose to deal with it mostly with medication, and a lot of it. So with that, what I mean is, going back a little bit, I had problems controlling my anger, my depression, just not being able to, have a functioning day-to-day lifestyle without the help of medication, antidepressants, mood stabilizers, other medications here and there, but those were mostly my staple. And with that, I was able to be numb enough to not have reactions to certain situations. But I also was numb, and I wasn't living my life the way I wanted to live it. So I went to the energy convention. Is that what? I can't remember what it was called, but I went there.
Yeah, the Energy Healing Conference.
Energy Healing Conference, to see what was available, with wide ranges. And then also, I was told about probably about a year ago, a gal that does my foot zoning for me had told me about you guys. Her husband had used you, and I was explaining my frustration and just my inability to function in daily life without the help of medication. And she had told me about red light therapy, and I kind of listened and I thought it was great because it helped her husband in a short amount of time, and then maybe forgot about it. So here comes the energy convention, and I go and I meet you guys, and I knew you were there. I walked right up to your booth, and I was just like, I want to try this. I know what it is. I just want to go ahead and give it a shot.
Yeah, and I remember you coming up to our table too. It's like pretty rare that like working in like vendor booths and that kind of stuff where people will come and they're just like, yes, you are the reason I'm here. And it's like, okay, cool. So yeah, no, you don't forget that kind of stuff. I remember you were like, I'm in it. I'm here to change. I am so committed. So I know you, and thank you for sharing your story, by the way. That's really incredible that like you're aware of like what you were doing with all of those different things. At what point in kind of that numbness, that place where you were kind of more maintaining and regulating your life than you were living it, what point was there kind of that switch that said, I don't want to be numb anymore?
Well, it would come and it would go. The things that I lost are that were so important to me: my creativity, my ability to just be active, and to be able to enjoy life. And it would kind of ebb and flow, but I would tell myself, well, I'm medicated. I have to be medicated to be able to deal with people and situations and my anger and my reactions. And so I just kind of wrapped it all up in a big ball. And I was like, okay, well, this is my life and this is what I have to deal with in order to survive and be here on this earth. Mm-hmm. So usually in the fall and in the spring, I would get frustrated because I wanted to go out and just enjoy nature. That's my two favorite times of the year. So, with them being medicated, you always have the thoughts in your mind that you're going to do things, and you've got these grandiose, I'm going to get up and go out my front door plans. But because of the medication, it affected me in a sense, in a way where I just, I didn't have the energy. I didn't have the desire. I didn't want, in my mind I wanted to, but really I would just not be able to do it. So I would say I started my journey probably a year ago. I started going to yoga and getting the foot zonings and trying to understand a little more about being present and being healthy with my mind and my body. So as I started being around other people that were not medicated and being able to function and being, having all these plans, I wanted to be part of that. So I would say I was probably ready in the fall of 2022 is when I really started I want to change in my mind. I want something better, be the old me.
That's amazing. And I love it. I love that I ask you a question. You just take it a mile and you're so vulnerable about it. And I just love that. And that's amazing. And what an incredible story. It's like, I already appreciated you a lot for like your journey and your resilience, but like, this is next level cool. So that's awesome. And I know I'm going to ask like the most sinful question my mom ingrained in my system. How old are you? I shouldn't ask this question. How old are you? I
am 55.
55. Okay.
Yeah, 55.
That's awesome. And that's amazing too, that like you.
I'm good with it. It's okay.
It's okay. There's nothing wrong with being 50. It's the new 20, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
I say that I'm 27. That makes me feel like I'm 12 again.
Right.
Which is okay. 27 is the new 12.
Yeah.
I did actually know some 12-year-olds who had beards. So random fact, but sorry, total tangent there. But that's truly amazing, that story. So about a year into the process, it's so cool. That's so cool. And so let's talk more about once you got into red light therapy and you started doing that, because I know that journey was insane. It was totally insane. So are you okay if I disclose a little bit about kind of like stuff that you did here?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Yeah. So Steffoni, she came, she's one of our clients here at the Wellness Center, and she did 2 months of therapy, and she started with our concussion protocol. And that's all really like I wanted to disclose, our concussion relief protocol. And from here, Steffoni, I want you just take it and run. What happened in those 2 months for you? Like what shifted?
Well, what I did was my plan was to come in and figure it out. And I remember the first day that I came in, and I remember thinking, I'm going to be all in on this program. I just really want to get the benefits from it, and I'm going to do what I need to on my end in order to get off the medication. So it was kind of a joint effort combining those two. But I remember the first time I laid down in that bed and the lights came on, and I was I was transformed. I can't explain it. I will try. I think that the most incredible thing happened. My mind was very clear at the end of the session. I remember trying to look at all the lights. And I know you said to keep my glasses on, but I was curious. I was like peeking through.
Yeah.
And I just thought, oh my God, I'm seeing all these colors and these shapes, and I'm feeling almost euphoric. And so, 20 minutes, I get out, I go out and I start talking to you. And I remember thinking, I haven't felt this clear
Mhm.
in so long. I had been medicated straight for 12 years
Mhm.
straight without any lapse. Um, but I remembered not having that feeling for so long. And I was still weaning myself off of
Mhm.
the medication. But that first session for me, and I don't know if you remember, but you sat down and you were like, well, how'd you do? Were you okay? And I was just like, I don't even know how to start. I feel great. I want to go out and run a marathon, you know,
I
and every
remember,
day.
I remember because most people like you don't notice anything after your first session. So when you came out, you were just what is
Yes.
I do
Yes.
remember that. I remember very clearly. Yeah.
Yes. And I couldn't explain, um, just the burst of energy. I would say it was mostly the clarity and the burst of energy. I remember coming home and telling my husband what I had done, and he wasn't real familiar with it, but he was like, "Well, you seem different." I'm like, "Well, I'm going to go back," and then
Mhm.
just going back consistently. Um, I was pretty consistent, 6 days a week,
Yeah.
and
You
I
you did a
probably
solid.
could have lived. I loved it. I
You
thought it
took
was just the
full advantage of our monthly membership.
Absolutely. And it's such a wonderful experience that, I mean, it's priceless. I can't explain it. It's just such a wonderful thing to have my freedom back and to have clarity and to have the ability to get up in the morning and just take vitamins. It's
It's
like, that's all I'm going to
amazing.
do is take vitamin C today. I'm good.
It's
But
amazing.
to not have to be captive.
Yeah.
So I definitely changed. My friends and family all noticed within the first, I would say, the first week, because I have plenty of people that I talk to and see and whatnot. But
Mhm.
I would say by the end of the first week, my friends and family are like, gosh, you're different. You've got energy. What's going on? And, I was just couldn't wait to tell everybody, just this experience. It seems so simple.
Yeah.
It's so simple, but yet it's so complex behind the
Yeah.
scenes.
There is a lot behind the scenes. Like I said, you're doing a lot. You were weaning off of medication that you'd had for 12 years, which anyone knows is a pretty rigorous and intense process. Your brain was being recalibrated, and yeah, it's just a lot. And thank you for sharing all that you did. That's truly incredible. And you're right. You went through a crazy transformation in the 2 months you were
Yeah.
here. You really went all in.
And I really wanted to benefit from the monthly membership and the experiences of being able to um, come every day. I wanted
Yeah.
to be proactive in my journey, my healing journey. I didn't want to, which I think you have to be, I think you have to take the steps, and you can't sit back and expect a doctor to cure you with
Mhm.
the medications, and you can't expect to not participate in your own life.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely. And a
me.
question I'd actually have, like, if you could be in a room with a bunch of people, and I'm assuming a lot of people are asking these questions, like, I don't know, like, how involved I need to be, how uninvolved I need to be, where I should take full control, where I shouldn't. Like, what was kind of your process to just saying I'm all in and I'm
Well,
doing what I feel is right and I'm going for it?
I I I I have that personality. I'm either, going to do it or I'm not. And so when I put my mind to something, generally I follow through with it, and I'm pretty um aggressive with it. That's not the way for everyone.
Right.
I mean, sometimes, I've actually recommended and had family members come in,
Hmm.
and they benefited too.
Hmm.
Um, but I think that they were a little bit more timid,
Hmm.
because they were just going off my explaining how it worked,
Hmm.
and giving it a try. But even they, after the first try, were like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. This is real. And I feel so much better.
Yes.
But everybody has a different approach. Everyone's going to have their own, story to tell, and how they react and how they feel.
Yeah, absolutely.
But so I also think too is trying the different protocols. And I don't know if I'm jumping ahead or not.
No, you're good. You're good.
You know, when I went through the concussion protocol, and then I went through and did um, several others after, you know, the recommended 12 days, I think it was,
The 12
to
sessions.
stay.
Yeah.
Sure. Um, I was really impressed with the pain protocol.
Yeah.
Um,
Our deep relief.
man, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, being 55 and I've lived a long life, and I probably haven't been as kind to my body as I should have. So I've got all the aches and pains that go with everything. But I truly, even now, feel better. I feel like it kind of rejuvenated, you
Good.
know, my body, my cells. I don't know how to explain it. I probably should research this a little more, but I just like the beds.
No, you're good, and you're explaining it perfectly. You really are. It's cool, and it's been about a month since you've been here, right?
It has. We've actually been traveling. I went down south and stayed in the sun for a little while because I was kind of done with the snow for a minute. But I'm back now. I'm back now. But as I'm looking out at the snow on the mountain, I'm like, yeah, I probably ought to come in. But you know, I miss it. I can definitely you know, say that I would benefit again and more from coming in, and maybe on different things that I haven't tried yet, different protocols.
Yeah, maybe. And
You know,
yeah, so what kind of, I know we were talking about it a little bit, but let's segue here. Like, what, like after you, I know you've been gone for a month. What has life been looking like for you in this last month? Because I know we haven't talked very much.
yeah. Well, I don't know if you remember me telling you that my biggest fear was that I was going to have the outburst, the snap, the
Yeah.
freak out moments. And when I say that, you know, I mean, I feel like I kind of have to give an example, and I won't be overly dramatic about explaining it. But if I felt like I was in a situation where I didn't like, maybe it was anxiety, or I don't even know, I can't explain it. But, you know, I couldn't control my own reaction to somebody else's words, or, you know, their following me too closely on my car, standing too close behind me in the grocery store, saying something flippant, and then me just not being able to let it go and know that that was their stuff, and I'm in control. So I remember saying to you, I'm afraid that I'm going to have that moment, you know, when my not medicated moment, and I haven't had one. And, you know, I think that in itself is a miracle that,
Yeah.
you know, proof. It really is. The last month has been great. I've been traveling with my husband, but, you know, just being able to help other people and donate my time and my energy and maintain, you know, my life, but also go out and help other people. And that's what I'm all about. That's what I want to be able to do is, you know, I'm going to go out and shop all day. I want to go out and, you know, help some neighbors. I want to go out. I want to feel good about the things I do. And this allowed me to do it. So I've been busy. I've been very busy.
Creating that legacy, right?
We'll see. Hopefully. Yeah.
That is awesome. Well, Steffoni, that's all I had for you. Thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else you'd like to leave with the 17 viewers we have?
You know what? Honestly, I think that if there is anybody who is questioning whether or not this is for them, I would say yes, it is. And if you are remotely even thinking about changing your life, you know, I think I know that this would be the thing to do for you, as opposed to going to the doctor and getting medicated or just sitting there and doing nothing. You know, I mean, what have you got to lose? It's an incredible program, and it's an incredible product. So,
Well, Steffoni,
just do it.
Yes, I agree with her. Just come and try it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Just do it. And Steffoni, again, thank you so much for your time. You're amazing. And just so everyone knows too, this is not paid. This is not rehearsed. I didn't even know what questions I was going to ask Steffoni. She had no idea what questions I was going to ask her. This is real. all of this is real. What she is saying is real. This is her story. She is resilient and she is awesome. So we need more Steffonis in our lives.
Oh, well, you guys are pretty amazing too. I can't say enough. All your staff, the environment. I mean, it was very tranquil, professional, and a wonderful experience. So
Stephanie, you're awesome.
thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Thank you.